found my way to a city where you must buy oxygen. The abundant oxygen we take for granted back home, whose presence we barely notice, is sold in the markets here. Consequently, every breath incurs a cost of the inhabitants of this city. The high altitude of the region means the oxygen level is 50% lower than at the sea level. In homes, shops, cars, and all the public spaces, oxygen system and tanks are readily available. The scarcity of the oxygen has left a distinct mark on the residents. They are calm, deliberate people, and their skin has taken on a slightly darker hue. The Tibet Autonomous Region, or Xizang, is situated on the Tibetan Plateau, which is part of the Himalaya mountain range and embraces the summit of Mount Everest. Due to its elevation, it's known as the roof of the world. It is China's second largest province, covering 2.1 million square kilometers, twice the land area of France. With a population of 3.6 million, the density is merely 2 people per square kilometer. Owing to strong winds and blizzards, very few aircrafts traverse to the skies of Tibet. Historically, the local population had adapted to the low oxygen levels. However, with technology advancement, oxygen is now sold in cylinders and various other forms in cars, buses, homes, offices, and shops. Because oxygen is generally scarce here, people are compelled to move very slowly and calmly. This is a direct consequence of the low oxygen, which has profoundly influenced the lifestyle of Tibetan people. Lhasa is the capital of Tibet, with a population of only 800,000 people. This is in the context of the entire Tibet region, which is home to 3,700,000 Tibetans. Due to its geographical location at approximately 4,500 meters above the sea level, Lhasa is considered the highest capital city in the world. This is the city of Lhasa, which means the place of gods. It stands at 3,750 meters above the sea level. For comparison, Al Ghurd Peak in Kurdistan region is 3,607 meters high, making Lhasa 143 meters higher. The sun shines here 300 days a year, earning its nickname the City of Sunshine. Due to the low atmospheric pressure, water here boils at 85 degrees Celsius. This means that food takes longer to cook. To address this, special pots and pans have been designed for this region that transfers more heat to the food inside.
Because Xizang, we call this one is a high altitude area, and you can only boil the water, and it's only at the degree 85 degrees, something like that. But the food is not fully cooked. But if I just mentioned this product, we call this one Revolution product, Revolution electric steamer, because for this one we don't have any pressure, but we can reach to 100 degrees. Our market is first, it's for the food which you cannot reach to 100 degrees. Second, it's for the traditional way, and you're using this kind of, let's say, butter tea machine.
Potala Palace, consisting of 1,000 rooms, is the highest temple in China and the world, dedicated to the Tibetan Buddhists. Since the 7th century, the Dalai Lama, the symbol of Buddhism, has resided in this palace. It was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994. The 14th Dalai Lama immigrated to India in 1959 due to internal conflicts with the Chinese government. Tibetan Buddhism is distinct from the other Buddhist traditions. It is a blend of Vajrayana and Mahayana Buddhism, which aims to enlightenment through wisdom and compassion. The Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism. Currently, the Tibetan Buddhism is administered by the state under the supervision of 46,000 monks and nuns, in the absence of the Dalai Lama.
After national school, you must study for at least 10 years. Generally, it takes more than 40 years before you can obtain the highest degree in Tibetan Buddhism, which is called the Ganden Tripa degree. Only with this degree are you worthy of sitting on the throne and becoming the spiritual leader of the entire Tibetan Buddhist faith. In the past, this examination was held every 6 years, then every 3 years, and each time, only one person is selected. If a monk passes this test, it is not just a high degree and a profound achievement in Buddhism, but the entire Tibetan people will also become very strong in every respect.
Tibetan Buddhism is deeply etched into the lives and livelihoods of the people in the region. The people are devoted and deeply connected to their religion. Hundreds of thousands of people visit the temples daily for prayer and offerings. This is the Johan Temple, the most sacred temple for the Tibetan Buddhists, which has housed the Joho Shakyamuni statue since the 7th century. This is a form of circumambulation, or as we would say in Kurdish, I will circle around you. Here people pray and supplicate in this way. This is a common prayer and supplication among Tibetan Buddhists, especially for those who are illiterate. Each rotation is counted as a prayer for them. The people you see around me are circumambulating the largest Buddhist temple in Tibet, China. Other religions exist in Tibet, constituting minorities in the country and the region. Only 700 Catholic Christians and 12,000 Muslims live here. The wooden beads and prayer beads they wear around their necks and hold in their hands are for prayer and reducing stress. Due to the remoteness of the region, apart from domestic tourists, no one can easily and independently travel to the Tibet Autonomous Region. They must either apply in advance or visit the region with a special delegations and groups authorized by the Chinese government.
I came from Luoyang City in Henan Province, which is an ancient capital of Xizang and is famous for its peonies. Now I have come to Xizang and am wearing traditional Xizang clothing. I feel that Tibet is a beautiful and special city. I hope for world peace, and I wish that everyone can be free from suffering and live in happiness.
Due to the low income in the region, the government is forced to provide 90% of the expenses of the Tibet Autonomous Region. This is why most Tibetan cities are sister cities with other Chinese cities to receive more aid.
I have been working in Lhasa for many years and have many friends. My business is doing okay, but it has been a bit slow these days. I am used to living here. Anyway, everyone lives together very friendly.
In the Tibet Autonomous Region, 15 years of education are free, from kindergarten to high school. This is only available in the Tibet and Xinjiang regions, as a gesture of solidarity from the central government to the people of these two regions.
All primary students must study their lessons entirely in the Chinese language, so the general level of comprehension is high. We now have unified Chinese textbooks that provide detailed explanations, and students can learn from them.
At all stages of education in Tibet, schooling is free, the official language of the region, and of instruction in Mandarin Chinese. Tibetans have only one lesson in their mother tongue, so students are required to learn Mandarin Chinese. Students from outside the city can stay in the school dormitories for free. To increase the labor force and skills, the Chinese government places great importance on the education sector, especially vocational education, where students receive practical instructions.
This is a completed ceramic tile. The colors, their blending, and the thickness of the lines are all drawn according to traditional painting techniques. The tile was designed by me, and its content is an offering to a fairy. I designed it from the inside out, using a new technique.
I graduated from a technical college. In my first year of study, we learned some theoretical knowledge. In the second year, we came to this company to do our internship until graduation. Learning traditional Tibetan thangka and various painting techniques is very good.
The average life expectancy among Tibetans is approximately 72 years.
We retired women now live a very happy life. We have a high school where we can learn what we want through courses we choose ourselves. For us Tibetan women, there is no such thing as forced dowry. We are now free to love and choose our life partners. These Tibetan clothes I am wearing now are not very thick because it is now spring. If I wear very thick clothes while dancing, I will get hot. The color of Tibetan clothing is chosen according to personal preference. Married women must wear a pangden around their waist.
A modern transportation system has been established within the cities of Tibet. A high-speed bullet train traveling at 300 kilometers per hour is available here and is supplied with oxygen. Tibetans can now travel more easily between the highest cities in the world. The Tibet region possesses a unique natural environment with fresh water and rare herbs. Many medicines have been made from the local herbs, which are still in use today. It's commonly believed that the altitude of more than 2,000 meters above the sea level, it is difficult for trees to grow on the mountains. However, here they have extended irrigation system and special techniques to the mountains, making the entire area appear green. Also, because Tibet is located near the equator, trees grow more easily due to the adequate rainfall and sunlight.
This mountain is called Nanshan. More than 10 years ago, there were no saplings on this mountain. After 10 years, this mountain has become a forest. The best ecological change, planting saplings at an altitude of more than 4,100 meters, is the result of electronic science and human cooperation. We can now plant saplings in places where they do not grow on the mountain, including digging holes in the rocks to plant them.
This rare nature has made it so that animals like yak live only here. This is a wild animal that has been domesticated. Tibetans, both in past and present, have benefited from the meat, skin, and milk of the yaks, to the extent that it has become a symbol of the region and a main dish of the Tibetan diet.
I have raised more than 50 yaks. They are all now in the pastures around us. In the summer, they always go to the summer pastures on the peaks of the nearby mountains.
Hunting and defense among Tibetans were carried out with the ancient tools until the last century. The bow and arrow are part of their tradition and still remain as the symbol in the region. This is yak cheese from famous wild animal of Tibet. Here they use it as food and as a healthy remedy. Now, because of the high altitude of the mountain area and the lack of oxygen, my lips are all chapped. I asked them what the solution is. They said there is no need to go to a doctor. You just have to apply this and it will be 100% healed.
很好，对，很好，也可以吃，没事，可以。
谢谢。谢谢你，谢谢你。
Tibetans have their own unique customs and music. Most of the instruments were made from the animal bones and skins. The most common is the six-stringed lute, and children are taught to play it voluntarily in schools and educational centers because music is used in religious ceremonies and gatherings.
This instrument is made from snakeskin and mulberry wood. It has 7 to 8 strings and a history of several hundred years. The first kin studio was in Shigatse. There are different types of kin. some with horse heads, but now we make them according to tradition. This is a traditional musical instrument in Tibet. Although few people play this instrument, there are some who pay to learn it. I hope one day those who want to learn can learn this instrument for free.
Lhasa is a seasonal agricultural festival that the villagers of the Tibet perform after the harvest as a thanksgiving to the earth and the gods. The festival includes various activities such as competitions and folk dance, reflecting the gratitude for a good harvest and hope for future prosperity. Among the Tibetans, polygamy is not practiced. Both in the past and present, they have been free to choose their spouses. They wear traditional Tibetan clothes made from yak wool. Women attire is known as a chopa, which is a thick robe. Married women must tie a colorful apron in front of them. Pearls and wooden beads are widely used in decorative items. The Tibetan dance, the Chum dance, is a vibrant performance featuring masks and colorful costumes, and it is associated with the Buddhist religious beliefs and festivals. Tibetans have always had gatherings and played traditional games. When they meet, they have a special and distinct greetings, which is to stick out their tongues. Sticking out the tongues as a greeting has been a cultural practice since the 19th century. At the time, a king with the black tongue passed away. To ensure that the king's spirit had not entered their bodies, people would stick out their tongue, and it has remained a tradition ever since. They must stick out their tongue when greeting.
تسبيح لكالتوري بودياكاني تبتش هربون نزاو كاد مسربردنا.
The prayer beads in the culture of Tibetan Buddhism are also for prayer and passing the time. The grandmother and I are praying. When they pray, they say, Oma Mani Pamde Hom, which means, we pray to you, O Buddha, protect us.
Beautiful. Sisi. Iter تسبيح لرشيا.
This is for supplication. At the foothills of the Himalayas, unique and colorful flowers have emerged, attracting tourists from all over China, contributing to the economic and the economic revival of the region. Besides their beauty, these flowers are also used for medicinal herbs and cooking oil.